I'm sitting in a bar I've never been to, in a part of town I don't recognize, trying to forget that 2 hours ago I caught my mate in bed with another she-wolf. The whiskey burns. Third one. Maybe fourth. I've lost count. Lost everything, actually. My mate. My marriage. My trust. My entire future. You look like you're trying to drink away bad memories, a voice says. Deep, commanding, unfamiliar. I look up. See a male wolf I don't recognize. Tall. Dark hair. Silver eyes that see too much. Dangerous in a way that makes my wolf sit up and pay attention despite the devastation crushing my chest. I'm trying to drink away my mate, I say, because why lie? Why pretend everything's fine when it's catastrophically broken? Mate problems? Mate infidelity. Caught him 2 hours ago, in our bed, with his secretary. Apparently it's been going on for months. I'm sorry, that's devastating. It is, but you know what's worse? I suspected. For weeks, and I ignored it, told myself I was being paranoid, insecure, crazy. Turns out I was right all along. The stranger sits beside me, orders a drink. What are you going to do? I don't know. Reject him, divorce him, burn down our apartment, all of the above. You could make him regret it, really regret it, in a way that hurts him as much as he hurt you. How? Let someone else mark you, write over his mark, replace him, erase him, show him he's replaceable. The suggestion is outrageous, scandalous, exactly what my rage-filled, devastated heart wants to hear. That's insane. Letting a stranger mark me just for revenge. Not just for revenge, for reclamation, for taking back your power, for showing him and yourself that he doesn't own you, that you can choose someone else. Someone better. You offering? I am. If you want it. No strings, no expectations, just a mark. Your choice. Your power. Your decision. I should say no. Should walk away. Should process my devastation privately and rationally. But I don't. Because rational went out the window when I caught Damien with Celine. Because devastation has transformed into rage. Because this stranger is offering me exactly what I need. Control. Mark me, I say. Right now, right here. Replace Damien's mark with yours. The stranger's silver eyes flash. You're certain? Completely. Mark me. Please. He does. Right there in the bar, his teeth at my neck, his mark replacing Damien's, his claim erasing my mate's betrayal. It hurts. It burns. It feels like dying and being reborn simultaneously. And I feel alive for the first time in months. There, the stranger says. You're marked. You're mine now, no longer his. Thank you for this, for giving me back some control. You're welcome. What's your name? Lyra. Yours? Nikolai. And Lyra, you should know something about the mark you just accepted. What? It's permanent. Binding. You just became my mate, officially, completely, irreversibly. What? You said no strings? I said no expectations, but marks are binding. You're mine now, as much as I'm yours. We're mated. For life. I stare at him. At this stranger. This dangerous silver-eyed male who just became my mate through a revenge mark I accepted without thinking. Who are you? I whisper. Really? Alpha King Nikolai Stormborn. And you, Lyra, just became my queen. My world tilts. The stranger wasn't a stranger at all. He was the king, and I just let him mark me, claim me, make me his queen through a decision made in rage and whiskey. This is either the best or worst decision of my life. I'm about to find out which. Chapter 1. The beginning, 3 years before. The meeting. 3 years before the bar, before the betrayal, before the mark. I met Damien. It was simple, ordinary, a pack gathering. He was Beta. I was nobody important. Just a regular she-wolf working at the pack library. I haven't seen you before, he said, approaching me at the bonfire. Are you new to the pack? I've been here for years. I just keep to myself, work at the library, stay out of pack politics. A reader. I like that. Intelligence is attractive. We talked for hours, about books, about pack life, about everything and nothing. By the end of the night, I was smitten. Can I see you again? He asked. Properly? A date? I'd like that. The courtship. The courtship was perfect. 3 months of dates, conversations, connection. Damien was attentive, interested, present. Everything I'd hoped for in a mate. Tell me about your favorite book, he'd say, and actually listen to my answer. Ask follow-up questions, engage genuinely. What's your dream for the future? I don't know. Maybe manage the library someday, expand the collection, make it a real resource for the pack. That's beautiful. Modest but meaningful. You're remarkable, Lyra. No one had ever called me remarkable. I was ordinary, forgettable. The she-wolf who organized books and avoided attention. But Damien saw me. Really saw me. Valued me. Chose me. I'm falling for you, he said after 2 months. Hard, fast, completely. I'm falling for you too. I want you as my mate. Is that too fast? Too soon? No, it's perfect. I want that too. The mating. We mated 3 months after meeting. Simple ceremony. Just close friends and family. Perfect for us. I, Damien, accept you, Lyra, as my chosen mate, my partner, my future. I, Lyra, accept you, Damien, as my chosen mate, my partner, my forever. His mark was gentle, careful, loving. It settled into my skin like it belonged there, like we belonged together. You're mine now, he whispered. Forever. I'll never betray this. Never hurt you. Never give you reason to doubt me. I believe you. I trust you. Completely. The first year of our mating was bliss. Pure, uncomplicated happiness. Year 1. Perfect Damien was attentive, loving, present. Everything a mate should be. How was your day? He'd ask every evening, actually caring about the answer, engaging with my stories about difficult patrons and lost books. The Alpha is expanding the library budget. I get to order new collections. This is incredible. That's amazing. You deserve this. Your hard work is finally being recognized. We'd spend evenings together, reading, talking, just being together. Comfortable, happy, connected. I love our life, I told him one night. It's simple, quiet, perfect. So do I. You make everything better, brighter, more meaningful. Date nights were regular, creative, thoughtful. I found this bookstore in the next town, he'd say. Thought we could explore it together, find some treasures. You hate bookstores, they bore you, but you love them, so I love them. Because making you happy makes me happy. Intimacy was easy, natural, connected. We fit together like we were designed for each other. I've never been happier, I said after making love one night. Never felt more complete. Neither have I. You're everything I didn't know I needed. Year 2, comfortable. The second year shifted slightly. Nothing dramatic. Just comfortable. Settled. Less intense, but still good. Date nights became less frequent. Not concerning. Just, we were comfortable at home. Didn't need constant outings to feel connected. Want to go out tonight? I'd ask. I'm pretty tired. Can we just stay in, order food, relax? Sure, that's fine. The passionate intensity of the first year mellowed into comfortable companionship. Normal for established matings. Expected even. I love you, I'd say. Love you too, he'd respond. Not with the fervent intensity of year 1, but steady, reliable, comfortable. Sex became less frequent. From daily to weekly to a few times a month. Normal progression. Nothing to worry about. Are we okay? I asked once. You seem distant lately. I'm fine, just work stress. The beta position is demanding. I'm exhausted most nights. I understand, just let me know if something's wrong. If you need anything. I will, I promise. Everything's fine. I believed him, because why wouldn't I? We were happy, comfortable, stable. Small changes were normal, expected. Nothing to fear. Year 3. The shift year 3 brought more noticeable changes, but I rationalized them all, made excuses, refused to see what was becoming obvious. Damien got a new secretary, Celine, young, beautiful, ambitious. She's very efficient, he said. Smart, helpful, makes my job easier. That's good. You need good support. He started working late, frequently, 2 nights a week, then 3, then 4. The Alpha has me on this project. It's demanding. Lots of late nights. I understand. Work is important. Just try to come home when you can. I miss you. I know. I miss you too. This project will end soon. Then things will go back to normal. But things didn't go back to normal. The late nights continued, became routine, expected. Phone calls interrupted dinners. Sorry, work emergency. I have to take this. He'd step away, talk in hushed tones, come back distracted. Everything okay? Fine, just work stuff. Nothing important. Our conversations became superficial, about schedules and logistics, not about thoughts or feelings or connection. How was your day? Fine. Yours? Good. Busy. That's good. Empty exchanges, going through motions, losing substance. Intimacy became rare, once a month, then once every 6 weeks, then even less. Are you not attracted to me anymore? I asked, voicing my fear, my growing certainty that something was wrong. Of course I am. I'm just exhausted. Work is draining. It's not about you. But it felt like it was about me, about us, about something breaking that I couldn't fix because I couldn't identify what was broken. The Secretary Celine's name came up constantly, in every conversation, every story, every explanation. Celine helped me prepare the presentation. Celine suggested this approach. Celine and I grabbed dinner while working late. Dinner. They were having dinners together. Work dinners, professional. Nothing inappropriate. Except my instincts screamed otherwise. You're spending a lot of time with Celine? I observed, trying to sound casual, not accusatory. She's my secretary. We work together. That's normal. I know. You talk about her a lot. More than seems necessary. Are you jealous? Of my secretary? That's absurd. I'm not jealous. I'm concerned. You're distant. You work late constantly. You talk about her all the time. It feels wrong. You're being paranoid. There's nothing inappropriate happening. Celine is a colleague. That's all. Then why do I feel like I'm losing you? You're not losing me. You're being insecure. I'm your mate. I'm not going anywhere. But his words felt hollow, like he was saying what he should say, rather than what he believed. The suspicion. 3 months before I found them together, my suspicions became certainties I couldn't ignore. His scent changed, not dramatically, subtly, like he was spending time in places I didn't recognize, with people whose scents lingered. Female scents. Celine's scent. Faint, but present. Why do you smell like Celine? I asked one night. We work in the same office. Of course I smell like her. That's inevitable. This is different, stronger, like close contact, prolonged contact. We work closely, prepare documents together, collaborate on projects. That requires proximity. Reasonable explanation. Except my wolf didn't believe it. Neither did my heart. His phone became precious, guarded, never left unattended. Always face down. Who are you texting? I asked casually. Work. Always work. He'd close the message quickly, turn the screen away. Can I see? Why? Don't you trust me? I'm trying to, but you're being secretive. That makes it hard. I'm not being secretive. I'm maintaining professional boundaries. Work communications are confidential. He came home with Mark sometimes. Not obviously love bites, but suspicious bruises, scratches, explanations that didn't quite fit. What happened to your neck? Scratched it on a filing cabinet, clumsy. That looks like what? A scratch, which is what I said it was. Stop interrogating me. Our bond felt strained, like he was pulling away emotionally even when physically present. Do you still love me? I asked one night, desperate, needing reassurance. Of course. Why would you ask that? Because you feel distant, disconnected, like you're here, but not really here. I'm stressed. Work is overwhelming. It's affecting everything. But I love you. That hasn't changed. Except it had. I felt it. The bond weakening. His attention diverting. His heart turning elsewhere. I just didn't have proof. Just instincts. Suspicions. Fears. The confirmation. 2 weeks before I found them together, I got confirmation from an unexpected source. Damien's beta friend, Marcus, pulled me aside at a pack gathering. Lyra, can we talk? Privately? Sure. Is something wrong? I'm breaking protocol telling you this, but you deserve to know. Damien he's involved with Celine. Romantically, physically. It's been going on for months. The world stopped. My worst fear confirmed. By someone who had no reason to lie. You're certain? I've seen them together. After work, at her apartment. They're not even being careful anymore. Everyone knows except you. Everyone knows. How long has everyone known? A few months. We hoped Damien would end it. Come to his senses. Choose you, but he hasn't. It's gotten more serious. More blatant. You need to confront him. Does he love her? I don't know. He talks about her constantly. Seems infatuated. Whether that's love or just new relationship excitement, I can't say. But he's betraying you. Actively. Deliberately. That's undeniable. I thanked Marcus. Went home. Waited for Damien. We need to talk, I said when he arrived. Late. Smelling like her. About what? About you and Celine. About the affair you've been having for months. About the betrayal you've been hiding. His face went pale, then defensive. Who told you? Marcus? He had no right. He had every right. My mate is cheating on me and everyone knows except me. He did me a favor telling me the truth you've been hiding. It's not what you think. Then what is it? Explain it to me. Make it make sense. I didn't mean for it to happen. It just developed. Celine and I connected. Intellectually. Emotionally. Things I didn't realize were missing with you. Things that were missing, we were happy. Our mating was good. It was comfortable. Safe. Boring. Celine is exciting. Passionate. New. I couldn't help falling for her. You could have chosen not to betray me. You could have talked to me. Worked on our mating. Anything except cheating. I know. You're right. I'm sorry. I'll end it with Celine. We'll work on us. Fix this. I don't want to fix this. I want proof. I want to see it with my own eyes. I want to catch you so there's no denying, no rationalizing, no gaslighting. The trap. I set a trap. Told Damien I was visiting my mother for the weekend. 2 days away. Gave him freedom to do whatever he wanted. Then I came home early. Quietly. Saturday evening. Let myself into our apartment. Found them in our bed. My mate and his secretary. Together. Undeniably. Devastatingly. Lyra. Damien scrambled up. This isn't... I can explain. Explain what? That you're in bed with her? In our bed? There's nothing to explain. I see exactly what this is. Celine grabbed her clothes. Fled. Smart woman. Knew she was in danger from a betrayed, enraged mate. I'm sorry, Damien said. I'm so sorry. This was a mistake. Months of mistakes? Months of choosing her? Months of lying to me? That's not a mistake. That's a choice. You chose her. Over and over. Now I'm choosing me. I left. Walked out of our apartment. Out of our marriage. Out of his life. Went to a bar, started drinking, tried to forget. That's when the stranger approached, offered me a mark, offered me revenge, and I accepted. Because Damien destroyed me, and I needed someone, anyone, to make me feel powerful again, even if that someone was the Alpha King. Chapter 2. The Aftermath. The Realization. I'm standing in the bar. The stranger, no, the king, has just marked me, claimed me, changed my entire life. You're the Alpha King, I say, processing, trying to make sense of this. You marked me, without telling me who you were. I told you my name, Nikolai. I didn't lie. You didn't mention the king part. That's a significant detail. Would you have let me mark you if you knew? No, of course not. I would have run. This is insane. Exactly. You needed the mark. Needed to reclaim your power. Needed to move forward. My title would have stopped you from doing what you needed to do. What I needed was revenge, not this. Not becoming queen. Not binding myself to a stranger. You bound yourself to a stranger when you asked for the mark. My title doesn't change what you chose. It just changes what that choice means. He's right. Frustratingly right. I asked for this, accepted this. The fact that he's the king doesn't negate my choice. It just complicates the consequences. The bond hits suddenly, powerfully. The mate bond connecting me to the king, replacing the weakened connection to Damien. I can feel you, I gasp. Your emotions, your presence. The bond is intense. Chosen mate bonds are strong, immediate, especially when both parties accept willingly. You asked for my mark. I gave it willingly. The bond responded. What about Damien? I'm still mated to him. Technically, legally. Not anymore. My mark superseded his. You're mine now. The bond recognized the replacement. Transferred allegiance. You're no longer bound to Damien in any way. That's not how it works. You can't just override an existing bond. I can when I'm the Alpha King. My claim supersedes all others. You asked for my mark. I gave it. The bond responded. You're mine. Completely. Permanently. The consequences. What happens now? I ask, trying to think clearly despite the whiskey and the shock and the new bond humming through my veins. Now you come with me, to the royal palace, your new home. I have a job, an apartment, a life. You have a new life, as my queen. The job at the library is beneath your new station. The apartment you shared with your cheating mate is irrelevant. You're mine now. That means palace, immediately. This is kidnapping. This is consequences. You asked me to mark you. I did. That binds us. Makes you queen, makes you mine. You can't undo it now. You tricked me. I gave you exactly what you asked for. A mark to replace your mates. Power to reclaim your autonomy. A choice that was yours. The fact that I'm the king doesn't change that I gave you what you needed. He's right again. And I hate it. Hate that my impulsive, rage-filled decision has consequences this massive. Hate that I'm now bound to a stranger. Hate that my entire life just changed because I wanted revenge. I need to think, to process, to... You can think at the palace. Process in your new chambers. We're leaving. Now. The palace. The royal palace is magnificent, overwhelming, impossibly grand. These are your chambers, the king says, showing me a suite larger than my entire apartment. Connected to mine through that door. Private bathroom, closet, sitting area. Everything you need. I need my life back. Can you give me that? No, but I can give you a better life. If you let me. A better life as your queen? I don't know how to be queen. I'm a librarian. I organize books. I don't rule kingdoms. You'll learn. I'll teach you. But first, you need to rest. Process. The bond is new, intense. Your body is adjusting. Sleep. Tomorrow we'll discuss everything. He leaves. Locks the connecting door from his side. Gives me privacy despite claiming me as his. I collapse on the enormous bed. try to process what just happened. I caught Damien cheating, went to a bar, let a stranger mark me. That stranger was the Alpha King. I'm now queen. My entire life is unrecognizable. This is either the best revenge or the worst mistake. I'm terrified to discover which. The morning I wake in the palace. For a moment I think it was a dream, a whiskey-fueled hallucination. Then I feel the mark on my neck, the king's mark, fresh, permanent, real. Oh gods, it actually happened. A knock on the door. Your Majesty? I'm Clara, your personal attendant. The king has requested your presence for breakfast. Your Majesty. They're calling me Your Majesty. Because I'm queen now. Because the stranger's mark made me royalty. I'll be right there. I dress in my own clothes, jeans, t-shirt, completely inappropriate for royalty, but all I have. Clara leads me to a private dining room. The king is already there, looking, regal, powerful, completely different from the dangerous stranger in the bar. Good morning, Lyra. Did you sleep well? No, I had nightmares about accidentally becoming queen through a revenge mark. Oh, wait, that actually happened. He smiles, actually smiles. Your sarcasm is refreshing. Most people are too intimidated to speak to me honestly. I'm too angry to be intimidated. You tricked me. I gave you what you asked for. That's not trickery. The conversation. We need to discuss what happens next, the king says. You're my mate now, my queen. That comes with responsibilities, expectations, duties. I didn't sign up for responsibilities. I signed up for revenge. You signed up for a mark. The mark comes with consequences. Being queen is one of them. I want to undo this. Reject the mark. Go back to my life. You can't. The mark is permanent. Binding. You're mine. I'm yours. That's unchangeable. Everything is changeable if you want it enough. Not this. Not mate marks. Especially not mine. You're stuck with me. I'm stuck with you. We need to make this work. Why do you even want this? You could have any she-wolf in the kingdom. Why claim a heartbroken stranger from a bar? Because you needed claiming. And I needed a mate who wasn't after my title, who didn't know who I was, who chose me, even accidentally, for who I am, not what I am. I didn't choose you. I chose revenge. You chose me to deliver that revenge. That's still choice. And now we're bound. For life. We can make this miserable, or we can make this work. Your choice. Chapter 3. The Adjustment, First Week. Day 1. The Announcement. The king announces our mating publicly, kingdom-wide. No hiding, no easing into it. The Alpha King has taken a mate, Lyra, formerly of the Crescent Moon Pack, now queen. The mating ceremony occurred last night. She bears his mark. The bond is complete. The pack, my former pack, erupts. Shock, confusion, disbelief. Damien's message comes within an hour. Frantic, desperate. Lyra, what have you done? The Alpha King? You mated the Alpha King? To get back at me? This is insane, I respond simply. You mated your secretary. I mated a king. I think I won. His response, you can't be serious. This is revenge gone too far. You need to reject him. Come home. We'll work this out. There's no home to come to. No us to work out. You chose Celine. I chose someone better. Move on. I block him. Because engaging is pointless. He's my past. The king is my present. However, accidentally. Day 2. The learning day. 2 brings lessons. Endless lessons. On protocol, etiquette, queenly behavior. Stand straighter. Shoulders back. You're queen. Carry yourself like it. I've been queen for 2 days. Can't I get a grace period? No, every wolf in the kingdom is watching. Judging. Questioning why the king chose you. You need to prove you belong. Immediately. But I don't belong. I'm a librarian who made a drunk decision. I'm not queen material. You're whatever you choose to be. Choose to be queen. Act like it. Believe it. Become it. The instructors are merciless, correcting every movement, every word, every gesture. Don't slouch. Don't fidget. Don't speak unless spoken to in formal settings. Smile, but not too much. Be approachable, but maintain distance. Be warm, but authoritative. Impossible contradictions. I'm failing constantly, proving everyone right that I don't belong. This is hopeless, I tell the king that night. I can't do this. Can't be what everyone expects. Then don't be what they expect. Be yourself. The she-wolf I marked. The one who faced betrayal with courage. The one who chose power over victimhood. That's the queen they need. Day 3. The first appearance. Day 3 requires a public appearance. A formal dinner with nobles and pack leaders. I'm wearing a gown. Expensive. Beautiful. Completely foreign to who I am. You look beautiful, the king says. Not empty flattery, genuine observation. I look like I'm playing dress-up, like a child in adult clothes. You look like a queen. Trust me. The dinner is terrifying. Hundreds of wolves. All watching, whispering, judging. That's the new queen? The king's sudden mate? She's nobody, from a minor pack. No training, no bloodline. How did she catch the king? Probably seduced him. Used her feminine wiles. There's no other explanation. The whispers cut, but I keep my head high. Smile when appropriate. Engage when required. Play the role even though it feels like lying. You did well, the king says afterward. Better than well. You were regal, confident, perfect. I was terrified, certain I'd mess up, prove them all right. But you didn't. You were exactly what a queen should be. Yourself. Authentic. Real. Day 4. The confrontation. Day 4 brings an unexpected visitor. Damien. At the palace gates. Demanding audience. Absolutely not, the king says. He doesn't get access to you. I need to see him. Need closure. Need to understand why I wasn't enough. You were always enough. He was the one who was lacking. But if you need closure, I'll allow it. On one condition. I'm present. He doesn't get to hurt you again. Damien looks terrible when the guards bring him in. Haggard, desperate, destroyed. Lyra, please. This is madness. You can't actually stay with him. You don't even know him. I knew you. For 3 years. Look how that turned out. At least with him, I know exactly what I'm getting. Honesty about not knowing each other. You're just trying to hurt me. Get revenge. Prove a point. I'm trying to move forward. You destroyed our mating. I'm building a new one. That's not revenge. That's survival. With the Alpha King? Come on, Lyra. This is extreme even for you. You know what's extreme? Finding your mate in bed with his secretary. In your bed. After months of lies. That's extreme. Me mating someone else? That's just consequences. I made a mistake. I admit it. But this is permanent. You can't undo a mate bond with the king. Good. I don't want to undo it. I want to move forward. You should too. Go be with Celine. Be happy. Leave me alone. Day 5. The bond deepening. Day 5 brings an unexpected development. The bond, the mate bond with the king, is deepening, growing stronger, more real. I can feel you, I tell him. Your emotions, your presence. It's intense. That's the bond settling, accepting. We're becoming truly mated, not just marked, bonded. How is that possible? We don't even know each other. Bonds don't require knowing. They require accepting. You accepted my mark. I accepted you as mate. The bond responded. Now it's deepening naturally. What if I don't want it to deepen? Too late. It's already happening. We're connected now. Truly, permanently, irreversibly. The bond terrifies me. Because it means this is real. Not just revenge, not just impulse. Real, permanent, mine. Day 6, the realization. Day 6 brings a startling realization. I'm not as miserable as I should be. Being queen is overwhelming, terrifying, impossible, but not miserable. The king is surprisingly decent, patient, understanding, kind even in his own authoritative way. You're not what I expected, I tell him over dinner. What did you expect? Arrogant, demanding, cold, treating me like property you acquired. And instead, you're patient, teaching me, respecting boundaries, treating me like a partner, not property. You are my partner, my mate, my queen. I chose you. That means valuing you, respecting you, partnering with you. Even though you didn't really choose me, I was just convenient, available, in a bar at the right moment. I chose to mark you. Could have offered comfort instead. Could have walked away. I chose the mark. Chose you. That was deliberate, intentional, real. Day 7. The first week reflection. 1 week after the bar. After the mark. After accidentally becoming queen. I'm sitting in my chambers. Reflecting. Processing. My life is unrecognizable. I went from librarian to queen in one impulsive decision. But I'm not as devastated as I should be. Not as regretful. Not as trapped. The king is good. Decent. Honorable. Nothing like Damien's betrayal. Nothing like the pain I was running from. Are you okay? The king asks, finding me alone. I don't know. I'm adjusting. Learning. Surviving. Are you happy? I don't know what I am. I'm not miserable. That's something. It's more than something. It's hope that this, us, might actually work. Might. Maybe. Possibly. Not certainties. Nothing is certain. Except the bond. Except the mark. Except that we're mated. Everything else is what we make it. What do you want to make it? Real. Partnership. Eventually. Love. If you're willing. Love. The word terrifies me. Because Damien taught me that love can become betrayal. That mates can choose others. That forever means nothing. But the king is different. Chose me when he didn't have to. Marked me, knowing it was permanent. Values me, despite barely knowing me. Maybe, just maybe, this accidental mating could become something real. Chapter 4. The growth. 3 months. Month 1. The partnership. The first month brings surprising partnership. The king involves me in decisions, values my input, treats me as actual partner, not decorative queen. The northern territories are disputing boundaries. What's your perspective? My perspective? I'm a librarian. I don't know anything about territorial disputes. You're intelligent, observant, analytical. Those skills apply to everything. What do you think? So I think. Analyze, offer perspectives, and he listens. Actually listens, implements suggestions. You're good at this, he observes. Natural leadership, strategic thinking. You belong in this role. I'm learning from you, copying what you do. You're adapting what I do to fit who you are. That's better than copying. That's evolution. We develop routines, morning strategy sessions, evening debriefs, meals together discussing pack business and personal thoughts. It feels natural, like we've been partners for years instead of weeks. This is strange, I say one night. We were strangers a month ago. Now we're comfortable, connected, almost like real mates. We are real mates. The bond is real. The connection is real. The fact that it started unconventionally doesn't make it less legitimate. Month 2. The trust month. 2 brings growing trust. I stop questioning his motives. Stop waiting for betrayal. Start believing this is real. I need to tell you something, I say one evening, about Damien, about why the betrayal hurt so much. You don't have to tell me anything you're not ready to share. I want to. Need to. You deserve to understand who you accidentally mated. So I tell him about the 3 years with Damien, the happiness that became comfortable then distant, the gradual loss of connection, the suspicions I ignored, the betrayal I discovered. He made me feel invisible, I say, like I wasn't enough, wasn't interesting enough, exciting enough, worthy enough to keep his attention. Celine was new, exciting, everything I wasn't. You are exciting, interesting, worthy. He was the one lacking, not you. How do you know? You barely know me. I know you survived betrayal with dignity. Know you chose power over victimhood. Know you're learning to be queen despite having no preparation. Know you're remarkable. That's enough. His words heal something broken inside me. The part that believed Damien's implicit message that I wasn't enough. Month 3, the feelings. Month 3 brings feelings I didn't expect. Real feelings. For the king. For Nikolai. I think I'm developing feelings for you, I admit, terrified. Vulnerable. Honest. What kind of feelings? Romantic feelings. Attraction. Possibly. Love. I don't know. It's terrifying. Why terrifying? Because I loved Damien and he betrayed me. Because love hasn't protected me before. Because feelings make me vulnerable to pain. I'm not Damien. I won't betray you. The bond wouldn't allow it even if I wanted to. Which I don't. I choose you. Daily. Permanently. Completely. You promise? I promise. You're mine. I'm yours. That's unchangeable. Unbreakable. Forever. I want to believe you. Then believe me. Trust the bond. Trust my actions. Trust that I chose you and I don't unchosen. I do. Slowly. Carefully. I start to believe. Start to trust. Start to accept that this accidental mating might be the best thing that ever happened to me. The first intimacy. 3 months after the marking, we're intimate for the first time. Not rushed, not obligatory, chosen. Mutual. Real. Are you certain? He asks. We don't have to. I'm certain. I want this. Want you. Want us to be fully mated. It's different from Damien. Better. More connected. More intense. The bond amplifying everything. Making it transcendent. That was incredible, I gasp afterward. That was us. Fully bonded. Fully mated. Fully connected. This is what we're meant to be. I never felt this with Damien. Never had this connection. Because you weren't meant for him. You were meant for me. The bond knows. It's been trying to tell you since the bar. The bond is smarter than I am. The bond is wise. You're learning to listen to it, to trust it, to accept what it's telling you. The revelation. Later that night, lying in his arms, I have a revelation. The stranger's mark saved me. Not just from humiliation, from a life that was wrong. I thought I was happy with Damien, but I was just comfortable, settling, accepting less than I deserved. And now? Now I'm actually happy, challenged, growing, becoming who I'm meant to be. The bar, the mark, the accident, it wasn't revenge. It was salvation. I've been wanting to tell you something, Nikolai says. About that night, about the bar. What about it? It wasn't complete accident. I'd been watching you at the library for weeks. You fascinated me, your intelligence, your gentleness, your dedication to your work. I wanted to know you, but you were mated, unavailable. You were watching me? Before the bar? Yes. Then I heard about Damien's infidelity through pack channels. Knew you'd discover it eventually. When Marcus told you, I followed you. To the bar. Waited for the right moment. Offered the mark because I wanted you. Not just to help you. To claim you. You manipulated me. I gave you what you needed when you needed it. Would you have chosen me otherwise? If I'd approached you traditionally? Asked to court you? No, I would have rejected you. Been too hurt. Too broken. Too convinced I wasn't worthy. Exactly. The mark gave you power. Gave you choice. Gave you me. Would you undo it if you could? I think about it. Really think. Would I undo the stranger's mark if given the chance? No, I say, certain. Absolute. I wouldn't undo it. It brought me to you. Brought me to this life. Brought me to happiness I didn't know existed. I wouldn't change anything. Good. Because neither would I. You're mine, Lyra. By accident. By design. By choice. You're mine. Chapter 5. The Challenge. 6 months. Damien's challenge. 6 months after the marking, Damien files a formal challenge, claiming I was coerced, that the bond is invalid, that he wants me back. This is absurd, the king says, reading the legal documents. You chose my mark, accepted it willingly. The bond is legitimate. He's claiming I was drunk, impaired, unable to consent, that the marking should be voided. Were you drunk? Tipsy, not impaired. I knew what I was asking for, what I was accepting. Then the challenge fails. The bond stands. He's wasting everyone's time. But pack law requires a hearing, public testimony, evidence, judgment. I don't want to do this, I tell Nikolai. Don't want to relive that night publicly. Don't want to face Damien again. You don't have a choice. He filed the challenge. We have to respond. But I'll be beside you, supporting you, protecting you. You're not alone. The hearing is public. Hundreds of witnesses, all the pack leaders, the High Council, everyone watching as my private devastation becomes public spectacle. Lady Lyra, the High Counselor begins, please describe the night you accepted the Alpha King's mark. So I do, honestly, completely, holding nothing back. I discovered my mate in bed with his secretary. I was devastated, enraged, hurt beyond measure. I went to a bar to drink, to forget, to process. A male approached me, offered me a mark to replace my mate's. I accepted. I asked for it, consented to it, chose it deliberately. Were you intoxicated? I'd had a few drinks, but I was aware, coherent, capable of making decisions. I knew what I was asking for. Did you know the male was the Alpha King? No, I knew his name was Nikolai. Nothing more. But that doesn't invalidate my choice. I chose the mark. His identity doesn't change my consent. Damien's testimony. Damien takes the stand, desperate, manipulative, lying. Lyra was devastated when she found me with Celine, irrational, not thinking clearly. She couldn't have made a sound decision in that state. Did she seem impaired when you saw her last? She was emotional, angry, out of control, but mentally competent, capable of speech, capable of walking away. Well, yes, but then she was capable of making decisions, including accepting another mate's mark. She did it for revenge, to hurt me, not because she actually wanted. Her motivation doesn't invalidate her consent. She chose the mark, accepted it willingly. That's binding. The king's testimony. Nikolai testifies next, calm, authoritative, unshakable. I offered Lady Lyra a choice. She could accept my mark or walk away. She chose to accept, explicitly, verbally, clearly. I honored her choice, marked her with her consent. The bond formed naturally, legitimately, permanently. Did you disclose your identity? I gave my name. Nikolai. That's my identity. My title is a position, not my person. She chose me, not my crown. That makes the bond more legitimate, not less. Did you coerce her? Absolutely not. She was angry, hurt, seeking power. I offered it. She accepted. That's consent. Clear, unambiguous, binding. The judgment. The High Council deliberates for hours. Finally, they return with judgment. The bond between Alpha King Nikolai and Queen Lyra is legitimate, formed through mutual consent. Both parties capable, both parties willing. The fact that Queen Lyra was emotionally distressed does not invalidate her capacity to consent. The fact that she didn't know the king's identity doesn't invalidate her choice. She chose the mark. She accepted the bond. It stands. The challenge is dismissed. The mate bond remains intact. Former mate Damien has no claim. No right to pursue reclamation. The matter is closed. Damien rages, protests, is removed by guards. His last desperate attempt to reclaim me failed. The aftermath. It's over, Nikolai says afterward. He can't challenge again, can't claim you, can't interfere. You're mine. Permanently. Legally. Completely. I was always yours, since the moment you marked me. But having it confirmed, validated, that helps. Do you regret it? Any of it? The bar, the mark, the bond? No. I regret Damien. Regret the 3 years I wasted on him. But the mark? The bond? You? I don't regret any of that. Best accident of my life. Not an accident. Fate. Destiny. Whatever we call it. We were meant for this. Meant for each other. I believe that now. Took 6 months. But I believe it. The growth. 6 months as queen has transformed me. I'm confident now, competent, comfortable in my role. You've become remarkable, Nikolai observes. The she-wolf I marked was strong, but the queen you've become, you're extraordinary. I had a good teacher, and a good mate. That helps. You did the work, grew, adapted, became. I just provided opportunity. You seized it. Pack members approach me now, with respect, with questions, with genuine regard for my position and perspective. Your Majesty, could you advise on this library expansion? Your Majesty, we value your input on education initiatives. Your Majesty, you're exactly the queen we needed. From nobody librarian to respected queen in 6 months, because a stranger marked me in a bar. Best revenge, best decision, best life. Epilogue. 1 year later. 1 year after the bar, after the mark, after the stranger who wasn't a stranger at all. We're celebrating our anniversary. Not the formal mating anniversary. We never had a ceremony. The bar anniversary. The night everything changed. Hard to believe it's been a year, I say, since I walked into that bar devastated and walked out mated to a king. Best bar visit of my life. You manipulated me. Admit it. You knew exactly what you were doing. I gave you exactly what you needed exactly when you needed it. If that's manipulation, I'm unrepentant. I could have rejected you, could have refused the mark, could have walked away. But you didn't. You chose me, even without knowing who I was. That's the choice that matters. We're sitting in the library, the royal library, massively expanded, my pet project, my contribution to the kingdom. I heard Damien mated Celine, Nikolai mentions, officially, last month. Good for them. I hope they're happy. Do you mean that? Surprisingly, yes. I'm happy, genuinely, completely. Why shouldn't they be too? They deserve each other, and I deserve you. You do? And I deserve you. We deserve each other. This life, this bond, everything. There's a portrait being commissioned, of us. The king and his accidental queen, the stranger and the she-wolf who accepted his mark. What should the plaque say? The artist asked. King Nikolai and Queen Lyra, mated year XXXXX? No, I said. Make it say, the stranger's mark, when revenge became destiny and accidents became fate. Because that's what this is. Revenge that transformed into love. An accident that became the most deliberate choice of my life. Damien cheated. I let a stranger mark me. That stranger was the Alpha King. And I became queen. Became loved. Became exactly who I was meant to be. Sometimes the worst betrayal leads to the best destiny. Sometimes strangers see us better than mates. Sometimes revenge marks become love stories. The stranger in the bar saved me. Not from humiliation, from a life of settling, from accepting less than I deserved, from believing betrayal was all I was worth. He saw me, chose me, marked me, made me his queen, and I chose him back. Every day, every moment, every breath. The stranger's mark changed everything, transformed devastation into destiny, made me queen, made me loved, made me whole. I wouldn't change a single thing. Not the betrayal, not the bar, not the mark, not the stranger who became my everything. Because sometimes the best decisions are made in rage and whiskey. Sometimes strangers are exactly who we need. Sometimes accidents are fate in disguise. The Alpha King marked me. I became his queen. We became each other's forever. And that is the best revenge, the best accident, the best life. Forever grateful for the stranger's mark, for the king who saw me, for the bond that saved me. Always and forever, his. Closing. And there you have it, my beautiful dreamers. The story of Lyra and Nikolai. Proof that betrayal can lead to destiny. Strangers can become soulmates, and sometimes revenge marks become the greatest love stories of all. Did this story move you? Did you feel Lyra's devastation and triumph? Did you believe in Nikolai's deliberate accident? Then show me some love. Hit that like button, drop a comment telling me what you think about The Stranger's Mark, and subscribe to Luna's Romance audiobooks so you never miss another tale of revenge and redemption. I want to know, would you have accepted The Stranger's Mark? Would you have said yes to revenge that became destiny? Tell me in the comments. Until next time, my dreamers, may your betrayals lead to better bonds. May your strangers become your forever, and may your revenge marks transform into love stories. This is Luna, signing off. Sweet dreams, beautiful souls.